The Niger people. Now, wow. Nothing person not go see for this Tinubu-led administration. All these kidnappers, bandits, terrorists, the kind of boldness where they get these days. They enter TikTok. They tell the government, say government don't fit do there anything. This one don't pass, be careful. Honestly, this one don't pass, be careful. They don't come out again today with video. Talk say, now they carry these people for Kebbi and Niger states. And soon they go come for soldiers. They go come for politicians. The government is powerless and there is nothing they can do to stand in their ways. Hey! Wahala! God. This one now fearless boost from a terrorist faction. Omo. Now wow. Now so we go there. Which way, Nigeria? Make una listen to what he talk. Now also I speak, but I don't narrate what he talk. He said we have carried out kidnapping in Kebbi and Niger, and soon we will come for soldiers and even politicians. The government is powerless, and there is nothing they can do to stand in our way. Make una listen.
To an tashi kuwa ta da kwalasa. An ɗauki 'yan makaranta a Kebbi Cites. An ɗauki 'yan makaranta a Niger Cites. Nan gaba sojoji za mu ringa kama muna ɗaukowa muna kai su a daji muna da ɗaurewa. Diba lambobin soja. Najeriya. Nan gaba za mu ɗauki gwamna. Za mu ɗauki shugaban ƙasa, za mu ɗauki sauransu. Ba ruwanmu da an kama kowa. Gwamnati ba ta yi mama maganin ku komi. Koma ma Allah ya maku maganin komi, ya share maku kukanku. Ƙato ba zai iya ba. An tashi, na gaishe ku mutanen social media. Ina maku barka da warhaka.
Have you ever wondered why the kidnappings and abductions suddenly increased even after the threat of USA intervention into the genocide against Christians in Nigeria? Have you ever wondered? Now, to get a valid picture of what is happening, let's ask a few questions. Why church? Why secondary school? And why Christian secondary school? First, the terrorists want to make it very clear that yes, it's targeted at Christians. And then why girls? Well, for the girls, it serves two purposes. One, to satisfy their sexual urge when they feel bored. But the most important thing why you see this abduction is like they are recruiting human shields. They know that if at all there is a US intervention, if they surround themselves with these innocent victims, it will kind of slow down the direct assault that will come to them, and therefore they will use these abducted victims as human shields. It's an old tactic that is used in every terrorized nations. Hamas, Israel, and it's everywhere. And before you know it, they will begin to use it as propaganda that the US military is assassinating innocent children. And then trust the politically correct world. They will start saying that US military, they are murdering innocent civilians and blah, blah, blah. Therefore, taking people's attention away from the real problem of terrorist activities in Nigeria. You see, we have a problem in our hands, a very, very big one. For me, I'm sure the problem has overwhelmed Tinubu and his cohorts that are more concerned about 2027 than actually delivering governance. For me, that's what I think. And if we, as the victims, and then let me also say something. Look, when you are sharing these videos of you crying, of you lamenting, let me tell you, you're actually giving them the satisfaction that they need. That's the exact thing that they want. You see, some of these maniacs, they derive pleasure in seeing the sufferings of people. So when you are recording videos and actually sharing of people gnashing their teeth and crying and wailing, you're actually sending a dose of satisfaction to them. For me, when you begin to relay these videos of chopped heads and little children's intestines that are popped out, for me, you're giving them the satisfaction, because that's really what they are, maniacs, delusional maniacs that have no conscience. So if you think you're trying to walk into their conscience by circulating these pictures of women crying, of devastated communities, you're getting it all wrong. The only language that these people understand is equal, if not more, and opposite violence. My name is Magnus Saraka. Please follow this page and share this post now.
A new video featuring Reverend Ezekiel Dachimo saying that he has been told to stop exposing the government over reports of a Christian genocide went viral over the weekend. Reverend Dachimo made the comments during a sermon, adding that he refuses to stay silent because the government's inaction has endangered Christians nationwide. He also condemned comments made by Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, who alleged on Facebook that a doctor told him empty coffins were being buried to fabricate claims of a Christian genocide. Let's take a look.
Somebody says, Reverend Dachimo, you stop exposing the government, your own government, your country. I say, oh, so I'm now exposing my government, in which they are watching me right inside Asoro on social media. Then I say, what of me? That the same government exposed us to Fulani killings by refusing to stop Fulani from killing us. They came out publicly and say there is no genocide on Christians. That is another exposure. Sheikh Gumi, the son of late Gumi, that used to go and bargain with terrorists. He came out and said all the corpses that we buried is a lie, it's only coffee. I've named his name. He must appear in the International Criminal Court of the world to come and testify. I command the grave by the power of Jesus to release her anger, to hunt down Sheikh Gumi wherever he is. He will never know peace.
Well, Reverend Dachimo is clearly not backing down despite the pressure. The question is, who exactly told him to stop speaking out?
Okay, so there's a saying that truth is bitter. In Nigeria, it almost seems like truth should not be accommodated, or there's a resistance, as it were, to truth. What Reverend Dachimo has been saying has been consistent. I have mentioned it a number of times that the reason why the voices won't be silent and why there's this cry around Christian genocide is that the government seems to be paying little or no attention, or at best ignoring the calls from Christians who are living in the middle belt of Nigeria, that's Jos, Plateau State, Benue State. This call was not only made post President Trump's tweet. A number of times, Christians have been calling out and speaking out as to how they have been attacked deliberately. They've been targeted. Churches have been burned. There have been, mass graves being built with nothing being done. What the Trump tweets just did was amplify the voices of advocates who have been speaking for a very long time. I have said that if only the government, in response to this, would even, as a show of fact that we are listening, open an inquiry, ask people to come and have an opportunity to really express themselves with the intention to deal with the problem and deal with it. At the end of the day, what people really want is peace. What people really want is a solution. What people really want is the opportunity to express their faith without the fear of any kind of attack or the other. And so what we expect for the government to do for Reverend Dachimo and his likes is, can we offer them protection?
Right.
Rather than asking for them to keep quiet, because we cannot bury truth. No matter how long it takes, it will definitely resurrect. And it's what people have been speaking about for a very long time. And Reverend Dachimo is just echoing the voices of people who have spoken for years and years with nothing being done. Can this administration finally fix it?